So I found out I was pregnant with Faith last year, May. My husband was deployed in Afghanistan at the time. My pregnancy is quite high risk. I was known to have blood clots, and I also suffered from hyperemesis, which is a very bad form of nausea and vomiting during pregnancy. It was week 26, and it was the Friday I was due a visit from my midwife, and I woke up with slight little cramps, but they were uncomfortable. When I went in, they hooked me up to the machine and they couldn't find any contractions or anything like that, so they just gave me the mild painkillers, so paracetamol, codeine. That calmed it. This went on for the next 2 days, so the Friday, Saturday, and then on the Sunday, that's when the pain really started. So I knew straight away that I was in labor then. And then they hooked me up to the machine again, but they couldn't really pick up any of my contractions. So the midwife had to be writing them in. And then right after that, I was rushed off to the delivery room because the contractions were coming more frequently. I had Faith, and when she came out, she gave a little cry, which was really good, because they said once they gave that little cry, that means their lungs are, working really well. And they wrapped her in a little bag to keep her warm because her skin was still really opaque. So it was to keep her skin hydrated and everything. And then they whisked her off to the neonatal unit. Faith only weighed 880 grams when she was born, which was 1 pound 15 ounces. So she was really tiny, like the size of your palm, really.
So they basically wrapped her in a sandwich bag?
Yeah, in a sandwich bag, just to keep her warm, and then put her in the incubator and whisk her off. And then I got to see her for about 15 minutes, and they just basically told us it was up to her now. Everything, she was out now, there was nothing more I can do. The only thing she was discharged with was a little heart murmur. And then after she had her heart murmur, they discovered that she still had a tiny hole in her heart, 6 millimeters. She was in the neonatal unit for 72 days, and with COVID, we were only allowed to visit for 2 hours, and it was really difficult because then you're going home every single day without your baby, and it was really hard on my mental health. She is doing great. She still has that tiny hole in her heart. Her last scan was back in March, and it closed from 6 millimeter to 4 millimeter. So she will be seeing her consultant again in August. She's feisty. I think she got that from me.